Friends, no matter how many times we say the phrase head on swivel and watch your back, it cannot possibly be overstated enough. First, go check out my friends over at Falco Holsters, falcoholsters.com. You'll see a holster that we partnered together with to make. That's a really cool inside waistband concealable holster. We're also partnering up to give away one of these holsters along with a SIG P365 Macro X. Go check them out again, falcoholsters.com, falcoholsters.com. The California man ambushed and murdered his brother on his own doorstep in Utah before he was killed by police in a dramatic shootout that was recorded on a Ring doorbell camera. Jeffrey Roberts, age 66, killed his estranged brother Scott Roberts, age 65, and also shot his sister-in-law Jody Roberts before setting the couple's home on fire.
Hey, what's up? What are you doing? Came to the case. We came by to see Mom. She's not here? Where's she at? In Missouri. What's she doing there? Well, she's living with Lorinda's mom, who's taking care of her. Really? Yeah. Well, how long has she been there? About a year. Really?
Law enforcement officers claim that this was a family-related issue, and you can tell by the tone of voice and the awkwardness of these two brothers who apparently had not seen each other in a year. You can tell that there's friction there. My guess is they haven't seen each other in a year because the one brother did not know that the mom had been living somewhere else for at least a year. So clearly they're not talking. Those times when family issues are happening, sometimes those are the worst. You ask law enforcement, they'll tell you domestic-related or family-related issues are some of the worst for them to come upon. Tensions rise. Obviously, you have a certain amount of love there because siblings and whatnot, but you also have this tension where at some point there was a disagreement. And as time goes by and there's no resolution and people aren't talking, Christmases, holidays go by, birthdays go by, and you just get more and more mad. And this one brother who did, and I'm not justifying this by any stretch, but this one brother who did the shooting was obviously estranged from the mom and the brother, clearly, because he hadn't spoken to either one of them, did not know the mom was in Missouri and not here in Utah where this brother lived. This is the guy's brother, for God's sakes. There's no way he assumed, unless he had seen signs before, of course, or received threats before, that his own brother would come to his house one day and murder him. I mean, who really believes that? Honestly, people who really believe that probably have a sign that this was going to happen, some kind of a warning. And again, maybe these two brothers exchanged, threats to one another before, but the brother who owned the home certainly did not seem fearful of his brother coming to his house. He certainly didn't think that his brother was going to shoot him, shoot his wife, who got away, by the way, and then set his house on fire. This house was actually set on fire as well. Now, the daughter of the couple who was shot is thankful and grateful for her dad calling him a hero because he told the wife to run. The wife was shot and she has been released from a hospital, but she was told to run by the brother who was initially shot at the front door by his brother. So the wife now has no home. You can see in some of these pictures that there's blazes coming out of the window, but you look at the body cam footage and you can just see that, along with the ring cam footage, that this brother was hell-bent on going down in flames. I mean, he had no intention of getting away. He essentially shot his brother, shot his sister-in-law, went back to the truck or his vehicle, whatever he had. Looked like he might have been driving a van that was in the driveway here, and came back in with a pump-action shotgun and clearly a bunch of magazines that law enforcement found that were loaded. Looks like he was shooting a Beretta 9mm. That's apparently what he used to shoot and kill his brother. But again, I go back to the question, a couple of questions I would ask you guys, and I'd love to hear your comments down below. First of all, did any of you guys see anything that would, if this were your brother, or anybody else for that matter, let's just say that anybody coming to your door, somebody you knew, because clearly these two guys knew each other, but did you see anything through the Ring doorbell footage that made you think maybe I shouldn't answer the door? Maybe I should, I don't know, talk to him through the door. Do I text him? Do I act like I'm not home? Was there anything that would have given you pause to maybe not even open that door up? The other thing is, what would you have done different? If you had opened that door up and now this guy pretty much is able to engage you at very close range, what would or could you have done to have prevented this? I'm just curious. This is one of the craziest situations I ever seen unfold on video. I know crazy stuff like this has happened before, but to see it on video is totally different. It makes you really question what you would have done in this exact situation. Guys, I'd love to hear from you all below. Please leave your comments below and tell me, first of all, any warning signs you saw leading up to this, and what would you have done differently?
I'm sorry, I thought this was America. He's over.